Hey everyone, it's Connor here. Just wanted to shoot a quick update video on my 65-gallon. It's been about 3 months since I moved and had set up this tank. And so I wanted to talk about how the tank is doing, what changes have happened since the last update video, and then the future plans on the tank going forward. Anyway, let's turn it around and I'll show you the tank as I talk through everything. Alright, so here's the 65-gallon, how it's looking right now. And so the first thing to mention is that new fish have been added. So there's 4 itty bitty tiny clown loaches here. And then there's also this very small polar parrot. So a few little babies added to the tank. It's kind of cool, new like young generation added to the tank. But for the clown loaches, I used to have a group of 7. If you've been following the channel and the updates on this aquarium, you know that I lost a bunch, unfortunately, to a bacterial bloom. And you could really tell when I had lost 5 out of my group. There was only 2 left. My largest one, Rita here, and there's another one maybe an inch shorter than her, probably hiding right now. But they really only hid when there was not a group of them. As you know, they're supposed to really have 4 plus clown loaches, 5 or 6 even better. And you could really tell in the behavior, they pretty much only hid besides getting food. And even some days they wouldn't come out for food when there wasn't a group of them. Now they've been much more social and out and about. So it's good to see that they're appreciating the other family members. It did take me a while to get other loaches for this tank. I had a lot of problems finding clown loaches in stores, unfortunately, right now. And I actually did order some online from Live Aquaria, but they actually never shipped. It was actually a pretty bad experience because they just said they were delayed, and then like a month later they just canceled my order. That's a whole nother story for another video, but it was kind of really just unfortunate that there really wasn't much communication on it. It almost seemed like it was out of stock and they just left it as in stock and we're hoping they would get some in. But anyway, that's kind of that. But these 4 are doing good. I did actually get them from PetSmart, and I did actually get them from the same PetSmart that I got my other clown loaches from. So it was kind of cool that I got them all from the same store. And then the one small baby polar parrot here, Sashimi, we named them. They're doing very well. We had them in quarantine for a while because they were even smaller than this when we got them. They really colored up since we got them, but they were just so tiny in the store when we got them, and they were in a tank alone with some larger platinum parrots, and they were just so cute. We just thought we had to get them. But so far they're doing very well, and they were very shy in this tank originally because all the other fish are much larger, but now they're much more social, just out and about, doing very good. Showing very nice colors already, which is good to see. As far as how the tank is doing, overall it's doing very well. No issue since we had the issue a few months ago, and all the fish are doing great and thriving. The one part that isn't doing the best, unfortunately though, is the plants. They're not doing terrible. There's mostly Java Fern in here, and then a few types of Anubias right here. The Anubias is doing pretty well. There really hasn't been any change on there. But the Java Fern, unfortunately, you can see some browning there on the leaves. It's kind of just been consistently browning over time, and every week when we do a water change, having to pull off a few leaves, and it was much more. Now it's starting to get pretty thin, even over here as well. Although there is some new growth off of there, which is cool, which is good to see. So I'll probably pick that off and let them grow separate. But the plants aren't doing the best, but otherwise the tank is doing very well. I've been doing about 50% water changes once a week, and that's been working very well. The nitrates have been staying pretty low, about 10 to 20 after water change, up to 40 before. The other one thing is I am trying to continually balance the tank because the algae, this is probably 1 week after cleaning the algae. You can see a little bit off in the back, so it's pretty good after 1 week, not too bad, but I think it's at a 2-week point, it definitely needs a cleaning. I'd like to get it more to like a month, and on a monthly basis it needs a nice cleaning. Otherwise for the tank, I keep the pH right about 7.4. That's what it comes out of my tap as, so it's real easy to keep it there. I keep the water temperature at 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and then the hardness is right about 14 degrees general hardness. As far as future plans for the tank, as I said, kind of just trying to balance it better and have the algae growth slow. No plans for any new fish, kind of just letting these fish grow in. Especially with my blood parrots getting larger and larger, and this clown loach getting pretty decent size. The clown loach is the reason I will have to upgrade in the future, and I do want to do that, but if I can hold off for another year, that would be ideal. So kind of just going to let these fish grow up and then upgrade probably in a year or so, but no more fish really to be added. Maybe a polar parrot if we saw one by himself in the store that was very friendly, but that's it. As far as the scape, I do want to scape it, re-scape it. Obviously the plants aren't doing well, and the layout's okay, but I don't love it. I actually do want more caves because the Clown Loaches love to be under this cave, but the Polar Parrot, my larger one, also likes to be under there too, so they'll chase the Clown Loaches out of there, and then the Clown Loaches don't have as many places to hide. They will sometimes go back in those plants back there, but I'd like to just make more caves, and obviously the big cave is my Polar Parrot's home. Not Polar Parrots, and the big cave is my Blood Parrot's home. That's just where they love to hang out and chase everyone else from there when they want. But anyway, that's just my quick update on this tank and how it's doing. If you have any questions on the tank, let me know. And if you have any ideas for next layout or future plans, also let me know. Anyways, if you stayed until the end, I appreciate that. And thank you for watching. And anyway, I'll catch everyone next time.